Section 1. The birth of a right, the 14th Amendment's promise. The year is 1868. America, still reeling from the Civil War, takes a monumental step towards healing and equality. The 14th Amendment is added to the Constitution. It's a beacon of hope, promising citizenship to all born or naturalized in the U.S., its most powerful words, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. This phrase fundamentally changed American society. Its initial purpose, to grant citizenship to formerly enslaved people. The 14th Amendment declares everyone born on American soil is a citizen. This amendment was a hard-fought victory for equality. It was a promise that America would be a nation where birth on its soil carried the weight of belonging. However, like all promises, it would be tested time and again throughout the nation's history. The road to fulfilling this promise would be paved with challenges, legal battles, and heated debates that continue to this day. The 14th Amendment was a turning point in American history, but its interpretation wouldn't always be smooth sailing. As the nation grew and evolved, so did the complexities surrounding birthright citizenship. The very words meant to guarantee equality would become a battleground for those who sought to restrict it. The journey of the 14th Amendment is a story of America's ongoing struggle to live up to its ideals. Section 2. A nation divided, Dred Scott and the denial of citizenship. Just before the 14th Amendment, a landmark Supreme Court case shook the nation. Dred Scott, born into slavery, sued for his freedom. He argued that living in free territories made him a free man. The 1857 case brought African American citizenship to the forefront. The Supreme Court's decision sent shockwaves through the nation. The court ruled against Scott, denying citizenship to African Americans. This decision legalized slavery in all territories, fueling North-South tensions. The Dred Scott case exposed deep-seated racism in the nation's highest court. It highlighted the hypocrisy of a nation claiming liberty for all. The decision was a stark reminder that the fight for true equality was far from over. It ignited the abolitionist movement, paving the way for the Civil War and the 14th Amendment. Section 3. Exclusion and affirmation, the Chinese experience. The late 19th century saw a new wave of immigration to the United States, this time from China. The influx of Chinese workers, particularly in the American West, led to a backlash rooted in economic anxiety and racial prejudice. This fear and resentment manifested in the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882. This act barred Chinese workers from entering the country and denied them the path to citizenship, regardless of their birthplace. However, the principle of birthright citizenship was tested and ultimately upheld in the landmark case of Wong Kim Ark. Born in San Francisco in 1873 to Chinese parents, Wong Kim Ark challenged the government when he was denied entry back into the United States after a trip abroad. The Supreme Court, in 1898, delivered a landmark decision. The court affirmed that Wong Kim Ark, by virtue of his birth on American soil, was a United States citizen, even though his parents were ineligible for naturalization under the Chinese Exclusion Act. This decision solidified the 14th Amendment's power, reaffirming that birthright citizenship was a fundamental right, not contingent on race or ethnicity. This case set a crucial precedent, reinforcing the principle of birthright citizenship for generations to come. Section 4. Modern-day debates. Birthright citizenship under fire. Fast forward to the late 20th century and the debate over birthright citizenship re-emerges with renewed fervor. The 1980s and 1990s witnessed a resurgence of anti-immigration sentiment, with birthright citizenship becoming a focal point of political contention. Some lawmakers argued that the 14th Amendment was intended to grant citizenship only to those born to legal residents, not to children of undocumented immigrants. This argument gained traction within certain political circles, fueled by concerns about illegal immigration and its perceived strain on national resources. The debate often centered on the economic and social implications of undocumented immigration, with opponents of birthright citizenship arguing that it encouraged illegal immigration and created a pathway to citizenship for the children of those who had broken the law. The debate became increasingly polarized, reflecting a deep ideological divide on immigration, national identity, and the meaning of citizenship itself. the stage was set for a new chapter in the battle over birthright citizenship, one that would play out in courtrooms, legislative chambers, and the court of public opinion. Section 5. A question of jurisdiction trumps executive order challenge. The debate surrounding birthright citizenship reached a fever pitch during the Trump administration. In 2025, President Trump signed an executive order that sought to end birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants. The order argued that these children were not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States, as stipulated in the 14th Amendment. This move sparked immediate controversy and legal challenges. Critics argued that the executive order directly contradicted the Constitution and was an overreach of executive power. They maintained that the 14th Amendment's framers intended for it to apply broadly to all persons born on U.S. soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status. The executive order faced numerous legal roadblocks and was ultimately blocked by federal judges who ruled that it was unconstitutional. However, the attempt to curtail birthright citizenship through executive action underscored the deep divisions and high stakes surrounding this issue in contemporary American society. The legal battles continued, leaving the future of birthright citizenship uncertain. Section 6. Public opinion, a divided nation grapples with citizenship. The issue of birthright citizenship continues to be a contentious topic in the United States, with public opinion sharply divided. Polls conducted in 2025 revealed that 40% of Americans believe that children of undocumented immigrants should not be granted automatic citizenship. This statistic highlights the deep polarization surrounding immigration and its impact on national identity. Those who support ending birthright citizenship often cite concerns about national security, economic burdens, and the perceived unfairness of granting citizenship to children of those who have entered the country illegally. They argue that it incentivizes illegal immigration and undermines the rule of law. On the other hand, proponents of maintaining birthright citizenship emphasize the 14th Amendment's clear language and historical intent. They argue that it is a fundamental American value to grant citizenship based on birth within the nation's borders, regardless of parental status. They view attempts to restrict birthright citizenship as discriminatory and contrary to the nation's founding principles. Section 7. The heart of the matter, interpreting subject to its jurisdiction. At the heart of the legal debate over birthright citizenship lies the interpretation of the phrase subject to its jurisdiction in the 14th Amendment. Legal scholars and courts have grappled with the meaning of this phrase and its application to children of undocumented immigrants. Those seeking to limit birthright citizenship argue that subject to its jurisdiction implies a more limited scope, excluding children of those who are not lawfully present in the country. They point to historical exceptions, such as children of foreign diplomats who are not automatically granted citizenship despite being born on U.S. soil. They contend that these exceptions demonstrate that subject to its jurisdiction was not intended to be all-encompassing. However, the prevailing legal interpretation, supported by numerous court rulings, holds that subject to its jurisdiction refers to being subject to the laws of the United States. This interpretation emphasizes that undocumented immigrants and their children, while not having legal immigration status, are still subject to U.S. laws and therefore fall under the amendment's protections. Section 8. Echoes of the past. Recurring themes in American history. The ongoing battle over birthright citizenship reflects recurring themes that have shaped American history since its founding. It highlights the enduring tensions surrounding immigration, national identity, and the meaning of belonging in a diverse society. The struggle to define who is considered a rightful member of the American community is not new. From the nation's early days, when citizenship was often linked to race and ethnicity, to the waves of immigration that have shaped its demographic landscape, America has grappled with questions of inclusion and exclusion. The debate over birthright citizenship is a continuation of this long-standing struggle, reflecting deep-seated anxieties about cultural change and the changing face of the nation. The recurring nature of this debate underscores the challenges of reconciling America's ideals of equality and opportunity with the realities of a diverse and constantly evolving society. It is a reminder that the fight for a more inclusive and just nation is an ongoing process, requiring constant vigilance and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about the nation's past and present. Section 9. The debate continues. Encouraging further exploration. The debate over birthright citizenship in the United States is far from over. As the nation grapples with the complexities of immigration, national identity, and the meaning of belonging, this issue will continue to spark passionate debate and legal challenges. It is a topic that demands careful consideration, nuanced understanding, and a willingness to engage with diverse perspectives. This essay has provided a historical overview of birthright citizenship in the US, highlighting key events, legal interpretations, and public opinion trends. However, it is essential to recognize that this is just a starting point for further exploration. Encourage readers to delve deeper into this complex issue by researching primary sources, engaging in respectful dialogue with people who hold different viewpoints, and staying informed about current events and legal developments related to birthright citizenship. Only through informed and thoughtful engagement can we hope to navigate the challenges and opportunities presented by a diverse and ever-changing nation.